Alright guys, we're back for another video, and in this one, we're taking a look at the WWE Knuckle Crunchers Final Boss Microphone Playset. So, this just came out recently. I was able to pick it up off Amazon. I had been keeping an eye out for it at Walmart. No luck, but they have it on Amazon now. So, what this is, we've gotten a few Knuckle Crunchers waves now. We've gotten rings, we've gotten figures, but I believe this would be the first like actual playset that we have. So what it is, it's a giant like microphone, but it opens up, and I guess once we get it out of the packaging, I'll have a better understanding of how this works. But it opens up, and then you have like the backstage area or like a playset that you could use with your figures. It does come with a figure of The Rock that we haven't seen before, so that's a nice touch. But if we take a look at the packaging, it'll give us a better idea of what we have here. So at the front, you've got some graphics here. You've got Roman and Seth going at it. You've got Cody. You've got the Usos. And it does give you a short little, quick little image of what, goes from this to this. But on the back, they do a better job of highlighting it. You do get some here on the side as well, showing that you can just use the microphone as a mic. So if you want to cut some promos, here you've got the 7 areas to battle. Lets you know what accessories it comes with, including the Rock figure. And it looks like it has some kind of launching action, so that'll be interesting to see. On this side here, you just have the Rock, the iconic pose he does as he yells into the mic. And then on the back here, you have that, bigger breakdown that I was talking about, where it shows you all the different areas. So it says smash opponents through the door, break through the wall, crash into the cage, and store your accessories. So, and then there he is launching him off the top onto Cody. So it looks like quite a lot going on here. I was able to get this for, I don't know if I'd already mentioned the price, $26.99. So not too bad, honestly. Some of the rings that we've gotten go for around $22 to $24. So I think it's a pretty good price. But once we get it open, I guess we'll see if the value really is there. So let's cut the chit chat and let's get this thing opened up. Alright, so I got everything out of the box now, and I was really surprised to see a couple things. So it came with 2 sticker sheets, so I thought these were already going to be on there. So it comes unassembled then. Once I looked closer at the packaging, it did say unassembled, but I figured the stickers would have already been on there. So taking a look at these, you've got a Raw, backstage. Not really sure what this is here, but then you've got some lights, and then a vending machine, so a drinks machine. Then we have the VIP door, so VIP access only, some more lights, this way to the arena, and a SmackDown sticker. We do have the Rock figure, so we can go ahead and bust him out. Let's have a look at him. So there he is. Let's see if we could get the camera to focus a bit better on him. So wearing all black. He does have his Brahma Bull logo. Kind of looks like it's an American flag logo built into that. You have him with the tats on both arms, which looks great. And then, of course, the crunching sound that comes with these figures. So really cool looking figure. We could kind of compare him to some of the other. So here we've got the earliest one. We've got the Rock next to the Rock. We've got one that looks kind of similar, but with sunglasses. Honestly, kind of prefer the sunglasses look, but it's nice to get one without the glasses on. And here you could see the difference in the tats. And then the latest one we had was from that 3-pack with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. So we've got Final Boss Rock, Final Boss Rock. So with the glasses, without. So very cool. Then the other thing we got was this little baggie, which I'm sure has the accessories that they were talking about. So we'll pop these out of there, make sure it's empty before we toss that. So something I don't think we've gotten before was a mic. So this is going to look great with displays, and it's great that it comes with the Rock. Something else we haven't had before is a camera. So slowly we're getting a lot more accessories that we could add around the ring. We've got in some gates before, we've gotten some chairs, but now we could throw a camera into the mix. This will look really nice if this is a backstage like playset. And pretty good height on that. And then we have one of the tables in this like silver color, so it kind of looks like a metal table. WWE logo in the corner there. So very cool. We also have this instructions booklet, so it lets you know the setup, lets you know where all the stickers go. It does open up. Oops. So there's the sticker placement, and then it kind of lets you know what each little play feature does and how that works. And then the back side there. So that's very helpful. And then here you do have the mic itself. So it does have this plastic on it. Let's see if we could cut that off of there. So we'll take that off. And then here's the WWE mic in hand. So this thing's pretty massive, honestly, bigger than a real mic. You can kind of see the breakout piece there. I'm sure that's for one of the play features. So it's got that on two sides. On the bottom, you do have this button here, which I'm curious what that does. You have this up here, probably does one of the features inside. And then here's the mic head itself. So looks pretty good. It's just, you know, massive. It doesn't even look like a real mic in it, you know, especially up against a kid. This thing would look a little too big, but looks pretty good. I'm curious if this, okay, so that pushes that up this way. Okay, so then if I twist this, does this open it up? I guess maybe that's what the instructions are for, right? So I guess what I could do is, let me take some time to get all the stickers on there, and then we'll come back and have a look at the final product. Didn't take too long, maybe 5-10 minutes at most, to kind of get the stickers on there. Again, it was just, I wanted to be extra careful so that everything looked good. But here we have the mic. So I also figured out that really to pop it open, you just had to grab this little end here. It pops clean open, so twisting it kind of helps that out a bit, but not so much. So I mean, you could just pop that off and it'll open right up. Then the other thing you want to do is you'll push this button and this will lift up and rise out of the top end there. And then we'll fix these doors here. If you lift that off of there, it pops off pretty easily, so you can just remove that microphone head off of there, and then this just kind of unfolds, so you can see there. We'll take a look at the different sides. So this is the cage they're talking about, where you can put accessories in there if you want, or throw guys in through there, but it does have quite a bit of space in there. So if you've been collecting these for a bit now and you have a few different accessories, you can go ahead and toss those in there and kind of keep them safe. Let's see if we can get this back into place. There we go. So, oh, maybe, unless I busted it instantly. Oh no, there we go. Okay, so you've got that cage area. You have this little sign, "This way to the arena." And then I didn't know what this sticker was. Turns out it was just tile. You've got those stickers of the lights up at the top there. There's the vending machine sticker that we were talking about, and you can bus guys through that. So that's one of the walls. There's our SmackDown sticker, which looks nicely there. This feature here, it's like a type of garage door. It says you just lift here, so you can kind of launch guys that way, I guess. So you have that door, and then here you have this door as well. So it says backstage on this end, and on this end it says VIP access only. So that's the door they're talking about that you could throw guys through. And then on this side they have another breakaway wall with the Raw sticker. So a lot of play features here for kids. Their imaginations can go wild. If you want to set it up just for display purposes, you've got a nice little hallway, really is what it is. And then the final play feature, this up here, launch guys off the top. So pretty cool. Honestly, the price, I mean, I guess it's fair. It comes with a figure that you're not going to get anywhere else as of right now. So it comes with this, which we haven't had before. I believe we haven't had a microphone yet. At least I didn't have it in the collection yet. So that's really nice to have. Overall, I think it's a really fun playset. Really glad to have it as a part of the collection. But let me know what you think. Is this something that you'd be wanting to pick up? I think, like I said, this line, I've said it before, is aimed at kids. Such an easy way for them to build a collection up. Each figure goes for about $7-8. So as a kid, I would have loved this. Like the play features alone, you know, I could see myself playing for hours, having my fig fed, you know, taking fights out to the backstage area with this. So for me, it's a win. But let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know overall what you've thought of Knuckle Crunchers. I'm glad it stuck around this long. I hopped on kind of late, and I've been able to build a nice collection since then. But overall, really happy. So thank you again, as always, for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.